Hello everyone! So I want to come on here and share a few of my thoughts about the new Nike commercial.
できることなんて
みんな注目。今日は転校生を紹介。
If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Tispora. I've been living in Japan for 4 years and I make videos about my life in Japan, being black in Japan, and teaching and transforming myself and others around me. So Nike recently released a new commercial. It's called The Future Isn't Waiting. Have you seen it yet? If you haven't seen it, you really need to go see it. It's wonderful. It's so moving. But it's been having mixed reviews and a lot of negative feedback. So if you go watch it, don't go read the comments because it's just going to ruin your day. But the commercial, the main theme of it is to shed light on the discrimination experienced by people in Japan. It's a story about 3 girls and their athletes, and they're questioning whether they should hide themselves because they feel like they don't fit in, or the struggles of constantly comparing themselves to their peers. So if you haven't seen the ad, you really need to go see it. And while I was watching it, I was actually starting to tear up because the message is just so powerful. And we've all been there. I've been there. I've been bullied before. And just like the video, people would casually touch my hair. And so it's very relatable as well. At school, I actually decided to show this video to my students during our human rights lesson, and they expressed that they were deeply moved by it. And I also shared it with my boyfriend, and he said that this is just what Japan needs, and this is what people hate to see, but they cannot stop us, you know? And he said this is why we cannot be completely done with Nike, because they have made this very powerful and moving ad. And I agree, they did an amazing job of expressing this experience, this narrative that's not really told and not really shared with many people. And so Japan is once again exposed to the world. So the commercial does have mixed reactions and some backlash from Japanese people and foreigners inside and outside of Japan. Some people in the public are just, I really think some of them are just some haters, like for real. Like they're just hating and they're mad and they don't want to face the truth that there is racial discrimination and bullying that is deeply hidden in this society, and no one wants to acknowledge it and no one ever talks about it. But now people are talking about it, and with the Black Lives Matter movement, I hope people will continue to talk about it and continue to talk about discriminations in our own countries. And this is what it's about. It's about having these conversations. It's about exposing the narrative. It's about creating solutions to create a better society and giving people a voice. Giving people that feel voiceless, who feel hidden, the chance to express their true experiences. And so I feel really grateful to work at my school, because at my school, I can really actually see the efforts, the tiny steps that my school is taking to shed light on these social issues. Me and my coworker Adri, hey Adri, my ride and die, my insane travel buddy, she has a channel as well, so go check her out. She's crazy and funny. Anyway, so me and Adri, we have this very unique chance to lead lessons about human rights issues and human rights violations that are going on in the world and in Japan. And we've been able to talk about a wide range of human rights issues like the Uyghur people and police brutality and Black Lives Matter and the Ainu people in Japan and people that are half Japanese, their experiences living in Japan and their struggles. So we've been given this really interesting and unique opportunity to share these stories with these kids. And these kids maybe do not have many chances to learn about these things. So, yeah, I can really see how steps are being made to educate, at least in my school. And I hope my students are able to continue the conversation with their friends and family as well. And my school even had an assembly where they reached out to me and Adri and asked us to talk about racism in America. And I feel so grateful that my students probably don't even realize how lucky they are to have two ALTs from two different backgrounds, a Black girl and a white girl, to talk about our experiences. And this might be the only chance where my students can hear about these stories. And during the assembly, me and Adri were given about 5 minutes each to talk about our experiences, and I talked about my experiences being Black in America. And I remember I had to show my speech to one of my teachers so that he could translate it into Japanese so that students could really understand it. And I remember one of my teachers asked me if it was okay to talk about my personal experiences. And I told him, of course it was okay. It's completely necessary for me to share my story, share my experiences. But I thought, this is why serious issues are not being talked about. People seem to be afraid, or there's a stigma of losing face and being vulnerable. But this vulnerability is the key to helping someone else and healing yourself and the world. And so I think we all should be more vulnerable, and let's be a light in this dark world. I want to share with you our assembly speech. And many teachers expressed to us afterwards how they were surprised and how they learned a lot from our story. And many students also felt very moved and very surprised by our experiences, and they want to learn more about it. So I think my school is doing a very good job, little baby steps to help educate the future generation about these issues. And perhaps this future generation will be the ones to create a better society and to create solutions. So I want to show you our assembly speech. Maybe it's a little long, but I think it was really impactful, and this was really a very meaningful experience for me during this whole time of being in Japan. So please listen to my speech and enjoy. Thanks for listening. Many people think America is the land of freedom. But this is not true. In America, there is racism and racial discrimination. In America, people treat me differently and judge me because of the color of my skin. I've had many experiences in my life. For example, when I am shopping in a store workers follow me around because they think I will steal. When I was in school, I was often bullied for my skin color and my hair type. Kids would say things like, I was not beautiful because of my dark skin. When trying to get a job, I have had to change my name on my resume to only my last name, Christopher, because my last name sounds like a European person's name and not an African American person's name. So I am more likely to be considered for the job. When I see a police car, I feel scared and nervous and hope that they do not stop me because I fear the police may hurt me. This is the sad reality for many Black and brown people. We do not feel equal. But we have been fighting for over 400 years in our history in America. We will continue to fight to end racism because Black lives matter, because every human life matters. It doesn't matter what we look like or where we are from. Let's be kind and understand each other. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, how would you feel if you are playing basketball with friends, but some friends must shoot from 1 kilometer away, while others can shoot the ball from much closer? In this game, your friends have an advantage over you. They have more opportunities to win. This isn't fair at all, but yet this is also happening in our own lives. Why are we letting this happen? Some people have more advantages, and some people have less because others take the advantages away. They get advantages because of how they look and from what color their skin is. For example, in America, in the past and now, African Americans and darker-skinned people are stopped from getting better jobs and houses. The government stopped them. This is robbing people from success, happiness, and their right to life and freedom. The disadvantaged must shoot their basketball from very far away because their hoop has been moved further away simply because of their race. This is not a fair game we are playing in. Because of this, we should not judge others by their appearance. We make our first impressions of other people within the first 7 seconds of meeting them. Sometimes, though, people still judge others. When I traveled to Cambodia and Indonesia, people looked at me and thought I was rich because I am white and American. But it is true. Many white people do have an advantage over others in America and in the world. Many are more rich than others. This is called white privilege. It is easier for white people to get money, get good jobs, and get good houses. They have an advantage. It is easier for white people to shoot their basketball in the basketball game. Please go to Google and search the most rich people in America and look at their photos. Most, if not all, of these people are white and male. So let's work together to accept others. Let's work together to make this game fair and make it so everyone shoots from the same distance. Thank you.
どう